Record. My bad. Let's do it. Restart. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into our bronze brawling scrimmage between two amazing teams. I am your color commentator, Skyther, and to my side slash other portion of my call, I got my boy Pryde with me. Pryde, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. Hey everyone, how are you doing? This is actually going to be really interesting. Bronze Brawling is a collection of some of my friends where they're going to be scrimming. We're going to see how things go down, especially given that we're going to be on split here too. So that's going to be kind of wild to see these two teams play out. And I'll be here to not only observe, but provide the play-by-play here, while Skyther here just shows off exactly everything you're going to come to expect within this game of Valorant.
You know, I'm already starting to see what I'm liking from the defender side, especially with the Omen pick and the Sova coming out on top. Both sides getting a chamber. Pretty typical, especially when it comes to split, going down A side.
Yeah, no, for sure. And then the attackers too, right? We're going to see chambers from both sides, which is really interesting here. We're going to see Zuki. Zuki's going to go on Jet, which, considering Zuki's a very high rank, we're going to be seeing some crazy Jet plays. And we're going to see some things that, we haven't really seen. Some nostalgic stuff here, once again, like I said, being played on split. And it's kind of cool because I don't think there's truly a strong overlap of any agent except for Chamber. Right? Or are my eyes deceiving me? They're like...
I think your eyes are not in a 2020 mode. Maybe you could be seeing double, but the only double I do see is the chamber on both sides. I do think, though, the attacking side definitely is going to have a little bit of the advantage with Fade, whether it be from those smokes coming, or not smokes, sorry. Her ulti, especially when it comes to B side. It's going to be an interesting side considering these attacking and defenders.
Yeah, no, for sure. Let's just take a look here. Yeah, this is so interesting. It's been such a hot minute since we've seen Split, and it's already looking strong here. If we go take a look here, Invasir's already setting up some KJ stuff to prevent people from getting here with the push right now. And we see that on like B site, we got Toasty already pushed up here with some of that recon just to see where they're going. But I know what, as you can see right now, to me, it's looking like it's going to be a full A rush here, which we, at least at the very end of the day, Invasir's got all this like util to prevent the push from continuing forward. But, we'll see exactly how this plays out, and I'll guide you through it.
Yeah, these Omen smokes are going to be really vital on this defending side, especially when it comes to grabbing that ult orb. But the Viper wall does go up, and they are going to smoke off the that ulti orb.
Oh no, that's going to go down right here. The Cage is going to be able to take out the Viper as they're slowly kind of closing in right here. JB, or can we get much higher, excuse me, is in a really interesting spot right here. Just kind of sitting here, just sort of waiting for people to push up here. And oh my god, there's already so many firefights happening on right now as Toasty's going to be able to push down all these shock darts. And it's just one person remaining. That attack push barely went past the choke. It just kind of got stopped right as they kind of pushed up. And the defenders were able to do a phenomenal job of just preventing them from getting anywhere too far. And it puts them up on economic advantage here if you take a look.
Yeah, it looks like these attackers are going to have a little bit of a struggle when it comes to this next round, especially since the only big util that we're going to potentially see is Zuki throwing down the smoke orb. Maybe that A push could have been just a little bit better off had he had one of those smokes going into that ult orb, especially since that Viper wall went down so early on.
Oh, look at those bounces. The trigonometry here coming up from Toasty. Already going to dash in, and the smoke is just going to perfectly obscure as baseline layer. They're going to catch it. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. They're already aiming to push in right there. And there it is.
Spike down.
I'm so surprised Toasty did not shoot for that smoke on the Zuki. That is actually mind-boggling, knowing that you had one small spot to go. But it is going to be another defender round going onto the board. 2-0. A nice cleanup coming from the Sova.
Yeah, no, honestly, like, the thing that it's interesting. I think the reason the shot wasn't fired was simply because they didn't want to make noise that he was at that angle, because the Stinger, right, is not a silenced weapon. You'd be able to see the bullets coming from the right side, so they will quickly clear him, and he'd get no value and lose a Stinger, right? So that's why I think he didn't shoot, but that's just my guess. Or he just was like, nah, I don't want to shoot this. I'll wait for more chaos to ensue before I decide to let my gun let loose its reign, you know what I'm saying?
And 3 kills came his way as a result of it. He waited patiently, got the double, and then waited for his teammates to come back in to get the cleanup onto the third. Really clean play coming in from Toasty. Laird is going to get a little bit of a spray through this Viper wall, and is going to go just shy of it. But knowing that Asher is on that side, on our perspective, he doesn't know he's there.
Yeah, there's a lot of action happening up here, up in heaven too, right now. They're just waiting for the nano swarm to kind of fade away as they can sort of push onto here. And are they going to make the drop down to B site, or are they just going to wait? There's so much patience here. And as I notice here, Kraken Eggs also getting a nice little flank here. Good stuff here from Kraken Eggs. Beautiful thing happening right now is that we see the spike. The spike, by the way, is still situated here on A, so it's going to be crazy because they're going to have to fully rotate to be able to make it onto site right here. Where do you want to plant?
And it looks like defenders are aware that the spike is going to get planted down there. Laird catching the Omen off guard, but it looks like we're going to get some trades coming in from Invisir. Gets the double, and the Killjoy is actually going off.
Wait, the nade! The nade was able to defeat Toasty, and I don't know if there's any time to stop this defuse here. Surf is trying to make a mad dash for it, but see, it's planted behind the sign, and there's absolutely no way for Surf to be able to make it just in time, and it's going to put the score up 3-0 here for the defenders. Team Invisir.
Invisir with the 4K, mind you, clean headshots all around from the Killjoy, and is the Killjoy gonna have ult up? I'm actually
let's take a look here.
Unaware right now.
They already do, so they're gonna have one ult. Alto's also gonna have an ult point if they can plant that spike. So I'm expecting Alto to most likely plant the spike, pop the Viper pit, make it very difficult, especially given if you get to B site, they gotta come from heaven. It's gonna be really hard to see where they can drop from. But yeah, and oh, hold on. Kraken X just holding garage right now, trying to slow the push, waiting for that flash to come through. Just waits. Patience is the key here.
For the engagement, it is going to see the KO knife going to come out and suppress her and push her back, but it is going to be Invisir who actually draws first blood onto Zuki. He's doing a really good job of just sitting and lurking, but baseline is going to get the shots onto Kraken and even this game out.
Look at this. Laird is so incredibly low right now, so this altercation with Toasty is probably not advised. I think he's going to want to make a mad dash to the other site and just say, nope, I'm low. We don't have healers. Let's take this somewhere else. Let's see, Alto. Yeah, puts the toxic screen down. Tries to make a mad dash, but oh, there is JB already just waiting for them. Spike down. Surf picks it up, and from here, where would you go?
Alto caught out with the gun switch. Didn't even realize that 2 were in front of him. Just a mad play coming in from the defender side, able to get that spike push and really cause the rotate all over around to B. And it is going to be the Soa that's going to stay lurking on that B site. Maybe catch at least both the chamber and the fade off guard.
He hears them. He's actually going aggressive here. I would have been more patient and waited, but it doesn't matter. He trusts that he's got this, and we know that Laird is low, so just needs to just little dink him there. And wow, Invisir, even off camera here, gonna be able to secure it, get that pick, get that trade right now, and it's 4-0. Ooh, if we look here, let's talk economy for a situation. So actually, enlighten everyone watching here why it's so important to have strong economy.
Yeah, this is strong. This economy for the defender side, despite having a Bulldog, are going to have 3 AKs up. 4 now, mind you. And it is going to cost Laird to actually pull out the LMG and start getting some sprays through the wall. They don't have the Sova, unfortunately, to be able to get those that recon dart out and get those easy pick-ins, but we will see what the defenders can do against that LMG, because that could prove deadly. Still have the ult coming in from Alto, but it is going to be a hard B-side push. And can we get... Unfortunately, gets the trade.
Yeah, can we get much higher? Unfortunately, not able to go much higher.
Spike planted.
Stuck on the low side. Fortunately, Kraken get missing the nade. It could prove vital into the later round, but it's gonna be a little bit of sadder push. Killjoy does come out and is going to push back all of the B side push onto it. Kraken going into the Viper pit despite the decay coming in.
I like the tap there.
And all three members stuck in there. Knowing that the members are stuck in that Killjoy, he's going to go ahead and go for the defuse. Are they going to get the push? Missing some shots. Kraken does go down on the defuse. 2v1, and it looks like Soba and Killjoy pull out the win. Invasir going off with another 4K this round.
Last player standing. Clutch.
Fortunately, just couldn't get clear of the bomb in that round, but I don't think that matters because they started starving the attackers of their economy.
Pardon my silence here. I just gotta take something.
Now, Pryde, I do have to ask. Now that the KO has their ult up, what do you think could be like a good push coming in from that attacking side? Whether it would be like a B rush or maybe playing a little bit more passively.
You definitely want to do a B rush, just given that there's so much Killjoy utility on A site, right? So, I mean, technically you could have done it on A site, so it would have turned it all off. But I don't know. I don't know if we're saving it. Oh, Surf, you're crazy.
Surf pulling out a one tap with this, puts down all of his cards, putting them all on the board like it's poker. Unfortunately, gets caught out with the revolver, and Toasty knocking up 2 onto the board.
Okay, there we go. I'm back. Okay, sorry. Yeah, Alto here. There's no Viper pit. We saw that last round how effective it was, but here they're not going to have any such thing right now. Zuki just no, such an unfortunate whiff right here, and yeah, that's going to take it. Toasty looking strong. Toasty almost receiving an ace there and getting their ult ready for the next round. Oh my goodness.
Toasty really throwing the other team into the toaster, ready to serve them up with some butter, maybe a little bit of jam, and just munch down on their tiers.
Dude, honestly, you're making me hungry right now just thinking about that. But no, still, delicious plays from the defender's side. And however, just to enlighten those who don't know, usually this map is favored for defenders, so what I'm really excited to see is when we do end up seeing that side switch, I want to see how things play out. But right now, we're here in the moment. Looks to us like they're going to take it A right now. They're going to make them face their fears as they go in right now. And look, Zuki's already up in heaven, able to deal with Kraken Eggs, able to deal with Toasty. And that's insane right here. Surf here got the tour de force as well, holding screens just to make sure, you know, if anyone's going to push through, then, you know, they have to deal with it.
And Zuki picking up another one onto Asher, and hopefully this tour de force does play a little bit more into effect, but it is going to be baseline goes down to Invasir. Invasir not able to get the third one on the board, and it's going to be the Omen just lurking up top.
Yeah, Omen's got all the utility. And oh no, these shots. Okay, you know what? If you don't get it once, you gotta keep trying again. And there it is. Oh my goodness, can we get much higher? Able to take that. Honestly, that was an interesting situation there. You had the man advantage. You had the, you know, you played post plant. You were planted for it. I honestly, in my opinion, I feel like they could have played that a little bit more defensively. But regardless, that's going to be another round for the defense, and we'll see how this thing plays out. Let's take a look at the scoreboard here as well.
Yeah, 4 ults up on the side of the defenders. I think when it comes to this next ult, right, Toasty's going to go ahead and look for an early pick when it comes to his ult and see if he can catch one out maybe in the spawns or on that back side of that of B-spawn. And then I think when it comes to comboing these, off of the Sova ult, we might go ahead and see an Omen push knowing that they want to starve the attackers of this economy. I think maybe we get a nice ulti that leads into a teleport into the back of the attacker side. Yeah.
Look at this. We're seeing another situation here where JB is going to have to hold down this site. What an interesting choice for a TP, just saying, hey, I'm right here. If you're willing, you can go ahead and shoot. Thinking about TPing out of the situation. They'll hear where they TP'd from, though, so it's going to be interesting. But regardless, it doesn't matter because Alto's taking the spike here. As Baseline's already cleared someone up in heaven. Going to get a free Vandal as well. Going to pick that up. Nice upgrade for themselves, and it's going to be down to him. And can we get much higher? Oh, can we get much higher? Going to be able to get that pick right there. But, oh, Zuki going to be able to jump up top. And it's just going to be a 1v3 clutch as Alto starts the plant.
Has Zuki coming in with to add on to their 4K and actually come out of the sky, raining knives. The Silva ult does come down, catches one, but Zuki coming in right above him, flying over, and Toasty has been toasted.
Exactly, man. I wonder how long you've been waiting to say that, but regardless, it still hits with so much strong impact there. As much as that impact of that Blade Storm was, we got to give some strong credits out there to Zuki, who was able to just, you know, fly up and use that height advantage to be able to secure at least 2 really crucial picks that round. So shoutouts to them.
Yeah, Zuki was able to actually pick up the entire team using that Blade Storm. Didn't even need a gun. Just said, I'm going to point my knife in your head, and it's going to go there. And it did. It proved to immense effect and was able to put another one up on the board for the attackers, who are caught just a little bit lacking, and it does save them the eco.
This is another troublesome situation. Look at this. They're going to 5-man hit. Nice. Molly for the backside, trying to clear the person here. They're shooting those in billboards right now to see him. Oh, Laird going to get caught right there, but Toasty is going to be low right here. Toasty needs to get some crazy shots here. ADSing. I guess it's the Bulldog, so I understand right here. But the attackers, they've done so much damage, and they've dropped the Viper's Pit. This looks almost pretty much impossible here for the defenders to be able to make this retake come to fruition.
Oh! Corner. Past. Didn't even know the teleport was there. Surfboard is going to get caught out, though. A good trade coming in from Kraken. Kraken going into the Viper Pit and is going to get caught by Baseline, who was sitting, waiting for any kind of defensive push.
Yeah, no, for sure. That was really interesting. Like, I don't blame Kraken Eggs for trying to satchel in like that, you know, expecting Baseline to be so pushed up within the Viper's Pit, but that positioning from Baseline was what was able to secure them. Because even in those situations, yes, you're in the Viper's Pit, you have the one-man advantage. You don't know what could happen with Raze, right? They got such an explosive kit, literally. So you need to make sure you are in the right position at the right time, and commends to Baseline for pulling that off.
Yeah, Baseline really nailing like his role when it came to that. Like, decided that he wanted to not push up just a little bit, but still stay contained within that fire or into that Viper Pit.
You know what's also wasn't able to be contained was the attackers in the choke. They just basically just mowed them down during this eco. Now, understandably, it's economy, right? They're using, like, you know, cheaper weapons here, but still, look at that nice pick there from Investir. Get him. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest right there. In that situation where they were, like, you know, low on money, they had, like, basically pistols and their pistol round, right? Investir almost brought that back. In a situation where they were able to pick up a Vandal, able to get these extra picks, and they did a lot more damage on their eco than, you know, probably what was expected. So we're seeing it be, look at this scoreboard as well. It's looking pretty even. 6-4 with 3 consecutive wins from the attacker side.
Yeah, Investir looking just a little strong on this defending side, but was able to pick up 3 kills in that last round with the Frenzy. Frenzy proving that it's still one of the best eco weapons in the game, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, nerf it all you like, but in all honesty, it'll still reign supreme. It's a very, very strong choice. Will Toasty peek this? Look at the wall. The wall, I think, is honestly not helping, but it does give light that if someone's there, and Toasty's going to get shot through the Viper's wall. Only 9. We got to use these shock darts, make good use of them before they lose their footing here, as they're going to try to get onto site here. Oh, Investir chilling back there. Zuki's trying to think of where they're going to come from. Smokes off screens, gets into screens. Gonna swing out.
Shot coming off, too.
Wow,
and Zuki is going to pick up one, but is going to go down to Investir, who caught Zuki lacking in that smoke.
Surf really wants this. Oh, he got it! He was able to get it, but last player standing. Spikes out in the sight. Laird's got to go. He whiffs his shot, but, you know, after you can't hit one, hit another. That's chamber for you, man. Look at how effective that kit was. I actually was so surprised that Tour de Force took out the lockdown like that. I thought that angle was too tight, but, you know, I learned something new every day.
Turns out that the hitbox on those is a little bit bigger than we expected, but the Tour de Force coming in clutch for the attacking side was able to miss that first shot and still land the second one, even with the reload.
Let's make him
for
dance.
sure. I like the positioning here from defense as well. Seeing the Trident True, we got Kraken here on mid. We got Toasty here pushed up on B.
Hey, you got nothing to lose, especially on this next side.
Flash.
Hopefully, Toasty can go down with that ult.
You got
Baseline going into the ult. Asher sitting, waiting to op this res. It is going to be a little bit of a... It is going to be a smoke off. And they are going to get it. But Asher knows that he has the positioning waiting for that little markup in the top right to pop up on a screen.
Ooh, this is tough here. Stuck between a rock and a hard place here. Nice, gets one, gets two. Oh, but that's unfortunate. And those picks are going to basically go, they're just going to pad the scoreboard here because we're switching sides. Exactly that. I really want to see how this plays out. So, as we were saying at the beginning, for those who don't remember, what was it? No agent is kind of the same. So now we're getting to see KJ was so effective on defense, locking down that A site. Now they're attacking. So what kind of value are we going to see them bring? That's going to be really interesting, right? For the two teams when they swapped.
Yeah, I think when it comes to these two teams, right, I think we're going to see a little bit more defensive side from the Jet, especially when it comes to smoking off those crucial points, whether it be from the B rush or especially when it comes to that A site orb, and maybe even smoking off Raptors. Preventing that utility beat from being used up top, but it looks like the KO is going to be really effective when it comes to suppressing the side and putting just a little bit utility up on the board for him.
That knife was destroyed though, so I don't know how much Baseline knows how many people there are, but Invasir is hiding behind this Viper wall. Gonna see if they push up and ooh, just like that. It is Halloween, but that was a little bit of a jump scare there for Baseline. As gonna be able to take that. And it's still 4v4 right now though, so we're gonna see how this plays out. Kraken Eggs throwing paint shells up there just to disperse them from being able to peek through that window. As I'm hoping or expecting to see a plant come down here from JB behind the sign here.
Planted.
Yeah, can we get him higher? Looking just a little bit higher up towards Raptors. Seeing if they can get a little bit in their view. Alto is going to go ahead though and flip back, wait for this Omen smoke to go down. They are going to go ahead and start the retake. Zuki coming in for one on a Toasty. Alto getting the second one, and it is going to be 3 members of the team that pushes down on Kraken, and unfortunately Kraken sinks beneath the waves.
Absolutely. Wow, that was nice. But no, regardless though, shoutouts to Kraken for being able to take some out, you know, get a pick out before they got down, because that's 200 creds, and 200 creds could be valuable for them to have some sort of util going into the next round. So now, again, like we said, we've seen it before. The defender who won last round with pistol, they're going to be able to buy up. We're seeing that situation that happen here now too, but we're seeing a really interesting assortment of weapons. We're even seeing Zuki be so confident, saying, I'm going to use a Vandal, which is a very strange and risky choice to make, because if you lose a Vandal, right, the enemy team gets to pick up that value, and that's 2,900 credits they just got for free practically. So we're going to be seeing how this plays out. So this could either be a very fast wash, or we're going to see a very surprising turn of events here for how things will go down.
We can't ignore the Bucky that's also on the attacking side as well.
Yeah.
So I think, especially when it comes to who is in control of that Bucky, I think we're about to see a little bit of a slower. We're about to see a little bit of a slower play in this round, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Sort of making their way through sewers here, trying to decide what's best, but there's a wall coming through here. Very good wall here that basically covers up mid. It's coming up right now because I think they hear the splish splash of the footsteps as Laird sits back, probably thinking of putting out a haunt right here to just sort of reveal them.
He doesn't know the 3 members are peeking up on him. Maybe even 4. He's going to get caught out, and the Bucky is going to get luckily going to get one. No, coming in, Toasty actually getting Laird, and Laird is going to go ahead and fall. All the members of the teams are falling here, no matter what team it is. Trade after trade. Baseline versus the Chamber.
Yeah, no question here. Asher just kind of chilling here, just waiting. They have the spike, but oh, that flash is gonna flash him. But the thing is, it's not like a sky flash where it tells them where they are. But they basically know, right? And they probably calmed that together, saying, hey, you know what? Let's push at the same time, be able to secure this pick and make it happen. So that's exactly what went down. So good stuff.
Yeah, really good play coming in from both of them. Like, really good comms, because even you and me could see that on our both sides. They both started moving in together, knowing that he was in the corner, and were able to just pinch and outmaneuver. No, there was no way that he could get the flick unless you are Asuna, who you can just flick to everybody. I don't think I can see that, especially when it comes to like this level of play, but hey, I could be proven wrong.
Yeah, no one's really built like that. In that situation, it was pretty much check. I usually say, like, just like chess, it's like check and checkmate. In that situation, it's basically like, what are you meant to do? This round's basically given to them, right? So, but this is a brand new round. It's a gun round, let I remind you, for most of them. Most of them have guns. The defenders are bonusing, but the attackers now have the full force of some strong stuff here. So Invisir are actually going to take Heaven control right now. They don't have the spike, so they don't have to worry too much. That's one there for Invisir. They're going to run away.
Really good pick coming in, but it is going to lead to the attacking side actually planting that spike. And we are going to catch Zuki coming in. Unfortunately having to rotate, but he doesn't need to rotate because Alto's got it covered. Alto's going to go ahead and catch Toasty. Asher sitting right below rafters though, waiting for any kind of noise above just so he can get that wallbang off.
Oh, and Kraken not able to just move the crosshair just a little bit to do some damage here, but this is still really close. It's a 2v3, but keep in mind the defenders are very low right now, and oh my goodness, all this stuff coming out. Baseline gonna go down just like that, as Invisir's gonna hold it. Another Nanoswarm kill. Oh my goodness.
Invisir picking up another one from the turret, and is going to pick up the fourth on the Laird.
My genius doesn't
Unbelievable stuff. And Invisir now still holds an ult for future rounds too, right? So that's actually crazy. So we'll see how that like plays out as well. Taking a look here, my goodness, Invisir almost dropping like 30 picks here. Very, very close to be that way from a Killjoy, no less. So you'd think to yourself like, wow, you know, Killjoy more the defensive agent, but we have to remind ourselves this is one of Killjoy's stronger maps, and on top of that, Invisir's got these game sense that is just immaculate, knowing where people are going to be, leading them to fall into their traps, pray to all these things, and I really am interested to see how they take this further. Zuki has to back out, by the way. There's too much pressure.
They are, and it is going to lead to the attackers actually picking up that orb and putting down the Killjoy, at least leading to some type of push to go down. Zuki and Laird, unfortunately, getting caught out.
Ooh, yes, nice plant too. Getting those nanoswarms here on the spike. The turret's gonna catch this peek here. So if Alto just tries to peek out, that turret's gonna be first contact, and that's gonna be really, really difficult for them here. We got Surf getting that flash out here with baseline. Oh, nice stuff from Kraken Eggs. Gonna be able to do it, but you know, look at this. Asher with a stinger just sitting here. Not gonna get flashed for too long.
He's gonna use the KO utility. He sees a gun, and he is going to lurk right beneath that rope. He's going to catch baseline. But we do have Alto sneaking up from behind.
Oh no, unfortunately not going to be able to shoot it in time either. So the cat's out of the bag. They all know where Alto is. They can either pinch him and get him. Oh!
And it is going to be Alto who goes for try and save the gun, gets away from sight, and is going to at least save them just a little bit of credits going into the next round. But a costly buy from the blue side.
Yeah, in that situation, right, a Vandal had dropped, right? And I was thinking like, would you want to get a Vandal for the next round? But then I thought about it, right? Alto had no information on how many people were up there, right? So the safest thing to do was to molly it off, play safe, hold on to the Spectre, and then carry the Spectre on to the next round. And I think it's okay because everyone else is saving, so that gun kind of fits within the economy bracket of what everyone else is buying. So it's fine. Just don't give them a pick. You don't want to give them an alt point or anything. Give them nothing. But we'll see what the attackers are going to give the defenders. Hopefully they give them a lot of trouble here as they decide to push up in.
Invisir actually catching Surf just a teeny bit, but Surf is going to actually get away. Knowing that the entire team is there, though, or at least one, maybe two people at most, is able to relay that information to his team and actually prove that maybe Zuki doesn't need to necessarily rotate over, but be aware that maybe someone could be lurking over there. But unfortunately, Zuki doesn't know that the entire team is ready for this A push.
Ooh, Toasty's got to back off here right now. Baseline just chilling here, waiting. And Kraken Eggs, I think, has the idea for waiting for this to go down so he can go, but not going to... Whoa, wait a second! I don't know how that happened, but Baseline let it slip and was allowing Kraken Eggs to get onto the site, and they're all flooding on here, and there's only one person remaining. It's just Zuki. So much was happening up in heaven by this point. Zuki gets one, though. 79 health with the five blades here right now. You can make things happen, but that turret's going to cause problems. We hear it. Do you pull out a gun and break it, or do you just try to deal with JB here? Or can we get much higher? Yep, can we get much higher? Goes down just like that.
Zuki is going to get the reset on the Blade Storm, though. Knows that he needs to rush, and unfortunately, that in-air accuracy isn't perfectly accurate. Invisir proving that he has just a better shot.
We got to give Zuki credit, though, in the sense that Zuki knew that Killjoy is most likely hiding at the very back of rafters just like that, and was already ready to pre-aim right out of the jet dash to be able to get it. But unfortunately, right, it was a battle of mechanics right towards the end right there. Zuki goes down, but still, the fact that he, like, kind of knew that Killjoy was there, that's another level of game sense that many wish and hope that they could achieve, you know?
Flush them out.
Yeah, Zuki unfortunately couldn't get the Killjoy, but I think Zuki might have been screwed in any way, but he isn't screwed now as he picks up one on the Asher. The Killjoy last round, even like the turret, might have proved just a little bit less effective.
Ooh, that was kind of crazy. Those are the two big players kind of going down right now. It's going to be 3-4 right here as the attackers decide, hey, let's rotate. But speaking of this, Alto going to sneak up here. Oh, very close here. Also going to take some damage, but nonetheless, Kraken X is going to go down, and that's going to be a free Vandal. Yep, there it is.
Kraken proving that maybe just getting some damage off could be beneficial for him, but we'll have to see what the defenders can do in this situation, knowing that maybe they're rotating back towards A, but I think with that pick that the Viper got, they might know that another sewer push could be inevitable.
Oh.
And as I say it, Alto gets toasty. Ready for any kind of sewer. Viper proving that a snake does live in a sewer.
That is true. But here in this situation here, Surf is coming really close. Is Surf going to clear this angle, or is Surf going to get caught here? And he does not clear this angle, but that lets them know where Omen is. Omen can ult, by the way, to a totally other site. If Can We Get Much Higher wants to play like that. 2 smokes, a flash, which one's going to be used here in this situation. But you still have your ult. Oh, unfortunate here. That's going to go down as Baseline is able to clear Can We Get Much Higher, make it 11-7 here, to make this game here on split a lot closer than it at first appeared to be.
Yeah, I don't know where that smoke was actually headed, because it looked like it was headed towards the corner of the attacking side onto A, but I have no idea where that was going. Maybe that was just a little bit misangled, but could have definitely closed off that sight line towards him.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think the thing is like, you can do like standard smokes or selfish smokes, so I don't know exactly what those smokes were intended for, but in that situation, it's very tense. It's a 1v3, right? So you need to make sure that you had everything. But hey, that Omen ult is saved for another time. Zuki's going to get picked off, so they can't play at that strange off angle anymore. And
Zuki is going to lurk behind the corner, and it is going to be Imbasir who picks him off. A little bit of a mistiming from Zuki, if I do say so.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of a bad peek, too.
Infosir was also able to pull down and actually shoot because Zuki peeked with a crouch and still able to get that pick, so that's really nice. And that pick is crucial. And they're thinking to themselves, hey, there's so much silence here on B. Why are they not pushing? Are they playing slow or what's going on? But instead, they're stampeding on their way to site here, droning to get that early information as they goes through the Viper wall to see who's there. Alto find their way on, get a Viper pit early to make it not as well advised to be able to get it, but that Viper pit's going to go down as fast as it went up, just as Infosir is able to clear Viper, just like that.
Yeah, Nanoswarm's coming down as well. Can we get much higher? Can pick off just a couple, and it is going to be an attacking side push that was an original rotation from B. Really proves effective when it comes to getting a single pick and causing the other team just to rotate.
Yeah, let's take a look here. 33-8 here from Invasir. Insane. No wonder. That's definitely the helpful factor here in trying to get them to be up 12-7. This is our potential map round here right now if they're able to clear this. And, you know, it looks very likely. Surf, you know, has to use their Tour de Forest. Laird is low, right? They have to use the Spectre here for this situation, so it's all about wondering exactly where they're going to want to attack from, what they're going to want to do.
Yeah, they are forced into a force buy, but we do need to see if that Chamber Ult can come out and maybe get 1 or 2 picks and force these attackers back towards their spawn. And it is going to be Imbasir who does start off the initiation, gets Laird, Kraken also picking up baseline. We are going to go ahead and see Surf with the Tour de Force. Zuki picking up another one. It is a little bit more evened out now.
Yeah, no, definitely. Invasir here. Clearing, they're gonna try to come rushing through sewers here to take A, but already on it is Alto and Surf here getting ready for them here. Oh, slips right through. We get another. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's one.
Oh, through the smoke. I have to say that was through the smoke because it was through the smoke. That was actually so impressive. Kraken, unfortunately, is able to catch Surf out of that two force.
Yep, but just like that, Kraken's also going to go down. It's going to make it a 2v2 here.
30 seconds left.
Alting here, look at this. Alting onto the Beast site. Very, very clever here. We might see an interaction here between Asher and Zuki. Zuki trying to take out Asher, but Asher's just so low. They're literally just one. If you look at it, it looks like they should be dead. They don't have a sliver of health left. Oh.
Zuki getting just a couple little shots on a Kamigama and it is going to be Kamigama that's actually going to sit behind the corner. Also peeking from the top of the Raptors, knowing where nobody is right now. Maybe knowing that he could potentially be over there.
Oh my goodness, that was so crucial to be able to get that. It's making that situation so hard. Will Alto be able to find? You basically have to hunt them. There's one left. Where's the last one? You got to clear back sight just like this. Tap it, tap it. He's not moving. There it is. Yep. The time was ticking a little too low here, and the pressure was on Alto way too much, way too strong, and oh my goodness, and that's what's going to take it. 13-7 here. Team Invasir, of course, going to be able to take that map here on Split. And honestly, what a game. What a game, Skyther. Please, what did you think?
Man, looking across the board, right, there was a lot of evened out kills, right? Baseline and Kamigama actually proving that they can even each other out. And Toasty, Kraken,
Oh, wait, sorry, continue. Toasty and Kraken, what?
Yeah, they were putting a lot of good numbers on that board, whether it be 19, 16, 15. Like, these teams were pretty evened out. Like, with minus, like, the standouts, like Invasir. It was a really even, like, game across the board. A couple little eco rounds on each team, but that's expected because it's Valorant. But I'm excited to see where these teams actually go. Like, do we see another scrimmage between these two, maybe on a little bit of a different map pick, a little bit more attacker heavy, because I know that defender side is so big on Split, but maybe a little bit of Icebox or maybe a little bit of Ascent could really prove effective for that team.
Yeah, no question. But regardless, this was a strong showing of what these two teams could bring to the table, what it's like to see scrims from within Bronze Brawling, and I couldn't be more thankful that you were here to join, witness it, and cast alongside me, and I'm more than happy to have done it alongside you myself. So that was really, really good. So we'll see where the next map takes us, and if not, you know what? I'm really happy that this all played out, and I hope for those of you who watched this really enjoyed how this all went down, and you'll see me next time.
Yeah, you'll see us both next time, but that's going to do it from us here in the Bronze League. I've been Skyther, that's been Pryde, and we'll see you next time.